My name is Michael H. Cohen, but you can call me Mike. And I'm from the States. Grew up in Connecticut. I was a professional saxophonist through my teens and 20s and played music all over the country. And got out of music, and then I took my first yoga class about 11 years ago, and in there discovered there was a form of music called Kirtan. It was music in the yoga lineage, and I fell in love with it, and I've been doing that ever since. So I'm here at the Toronto Yoga Show and Conference to headline and play Kirtan. So we played last night for several hundred folks. Okay, what is yoga? What is yoga? That's a very important question. Now in the West, oftentimes we see yoga as being asana, which is actually moving our bodies, doing poses. It's actually a different interpretation of yoga that I hold. So yoga in Sanskrit means unity. It means connecting things that seem like they're separate. So life tends to show up as a series of polarities: masculine, feminine, left and right, top and bottom, front and back, spiritual and material. When we do asana, we're working in a way that we're working the left side of the body, the right side of the body, the top of the bottom body, the bottom of the body, the front and the back. And as we do this, by integrating those two, something new and more powerful is created. So yoga is a process of integrating polarities. So when I do yoga, the form of yoga I do is music. So from a particular perspective, what we're doing is bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga is connecting two things that seem like they're separate but aren't, and that's our heart and the heart of the divine. So doing this chanting, this kirtan, yoga music, we're connecting our heart and the heart of the divine. Now actually I've been working with my spiritual teacher for a number of years to develop something that is a form of yoga called Dattatreya Kirtan. And Dattatreya is the biggest, most broadest, most inclusive integration of polarities that I've seen. So Dattatreya is an integration of masculine and feminine, spiritual and material, individual and collective, humans and nature, and the energies of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, which is the energy of creation, the energy of sustenance, and the energy of dissolution. So I see yoga as something that integrates the whole world. What does yoga mean to me? Yoga to me means integration. And integration can mean many things. We can integrate our body and our mind. We can integrate our body-mind with those around us. We can integrate our body-mind with the divine. So yoga to me means, how can we create the biggest integration, and what's that experience like? How can we be the most exclusive? How can we integrate the masculine and the feminine? So as we do kirtan, as we do our music, I'm always chanting, but there's always beautiful female singers, so we're integrating those energies. We're integrating Sanskrit mantras, which are Eastern, with Western funk and rock music and jazz and electronica. So we're always looking to integrate these polarities. Music gets louder and more energetic, it gets softer and sweeter, it gets denser, it gets more sparse. So yoga to me is integrating all these things that seem like they're opposites, but by bringing them together, we unite the world. How has yoga impacted my life? Well, 11 years ago when I discovered asana, I also discovered kirtan. And at the time, I had been out of music for a number of years. And this love of music and also yoga, making integration, has pulled me into the point where now I'm touring all over the world, India, Costa Rica, Canada, the United States, inviting people into yoga, into greater integration through music. And it's opened me to a possibility of creating a form of music that's really a musical spiritual practice. It's a way of playing with energy through music.